Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to day 19 of the 30-day email breakdown challenge. I'm Leonard here. So today we're breaking down one of the emails from Jeff Walker, and I know I've gone through one of his emails before in this breakdown, but I just want to go through again because I think he very much used the same framework that I've been talking about: the problem, agitate, and solution. The reason why I've been keep talking about this framework is because it's very easy for you as a as a business owner to apply such formula in your such framework in your business quickly. Because for example, right, uh in other frameworks like for example, one of the frameworks that Scott McKinsey he taught is about the six-part magnetic sales story. That that sales story is good, but it's a little bit longer and it requires more time. But for you business owner, right, if you want to see straight up or fast results in writing stories to your email list, I believe this is the fastest one: problem, agitate, and solution. Yep. And because it works for all types of story type, no matter be it creation story, personal story, story from the past, historical story, cautionary tale, fables, parables, new story even. So I think it all relates. It all this framework is suitable for all of this story type, as long as your your audience has a problem and just have to spot the problem in the story, and you can pick that up in your email and talk about the problem and relate to your audience. Yep. So without further ado, let's dive into today's breakdown. So let's jump into the subject line first. Selling, this is the scariest part. So as you guys know, right, Jeff Walker is a great marketer, great at selling, and he's telling his audience that um this is the scariest part of the entire selling is this is the scariest part of this business building process. So he didn't say exactly it's a business building, but most of his target audience are business owners. So selling, when he says selling is the scariest part, it automatically makes them think about business. Selling in business is is the scariest part. So, and that makes the reader question, wait, but I thought you are good at it. So because they thought Jeff is good at selling, but here up front here, Jeff is talking about selling is the scariest part. So this makes them want to click in to read more about his email. So selling is pretty scary. At least that's what I know. Way back in my Scout days, every year we would have a have the big annual donut sale, and every year I would sell just three bags, one to my mom, one to my dad, and one to my super nice neighbor next door. And that's all I would sell because I was afraid to ask anyone else if they wanted donuts. Seriously, how hard is it to sell donuts? So, but I was too scared to ask people for the sale, and every year I would come in last place for money raised in my troop for my troop. So sales isn't something that comes naturally from to me. I understand firsthand just how intimidating it can be. And if you are building a new business or offering a new service like coaching, it can be even scarier. So let's break down the first part first. Okay, so at least that's what I know way back in my Boy Scout days. So he's letting his reader know more about him by telling this personal story, story from his past, personal story and story from his past, right? I think it pretty much is the same, but except, right, story from your past, right, can be a bigger story or can be a smaller story. For example, or you quit your job at maybe at the age of 25, maybe that's considered a bigger story because it has a bigger impact in your life, and compared to the days in the Boy Scouts, so it is much smaller story that you can talk about because it has a smaller impact in your life. Yep. So but comparing story from your past, right, which can be a mix of bigger story or smaller story, when you take a look at personal story, right, it mostly is 90% of the time is all smaller story that you face, that you saw every day, and you note it up in uh like like when you remember the daily stories and then you take them into your email writing. Yep. So that's kind of like daily personal stories. Yep. So another thing about here is, but I was too scared to ask people for the sale, and every year I will come in last place for money raised for my troop. So this is his fear of asking people for a sale, and I believe that's one of the problems his audience is facing. Otherwise, he wouldn't have said it here. So he did it. He have done it well by by surfacing the problem of his audience uh, without directly telling that this is their problem. So he used his own story and tell and relate to them. Yeah. So and then he agitate the problem, which is he's too scared to ask for the sale. So by telling, and if you are building a new business or offering a new service like coaching, it can be scarier. So asking people for a sale for a donut is scary, and then he's agitating this problem into, if you are building a business, a new business, or having a new offer, it can be even scarier. So it's like telling them upfront, because they might not notice about building business and the difference of selling, the degree of scary between building a new business and selling a donut. So he have done it well by telling the difference, and the way he said it is like, selling a donut is scary, building a new business is even scarier. So he successfully categorize these two things out so that it agitates the original idea of selling a donut. Yep. So he stated the problem, and then he agitated it by using the word even scarier. So but it doesn't have to be. So this is a very simple transition because he have done it mostly at the front, which I'll talk about it later on. And my friend Bargan has just released an awesome training on this topic. He's gonna cover things like the three-step formula that can help you take someone from stranger to coaching client, techniques to overcome sales fright, so you will feel more confident making your coaching offer, what to offer instead of a coaching session or coaching package that allows you to easily earn higher fees and tons more. So this is the entire solution that he's giving to the audience to solve the problem. And the problem is being too scared to ask people for the sale. Yep. So this solution is to help them to overcome the fear. Then click here, grow your coaching practice. So this is a very, very direct CTA, which I totally support this kind of style of writing CTA. This makes it clear to the audience that to the reader that they should click onto it. Yeah. So he's not being wish-washy by telling him to click here, click there. He's telling here, click here, and then he's saying grow your coaching practice. And he make it a new line in order to have all the focus on that CTA. Yep. And best regards, Jeff. And the framework he used here is the same: problem, agitate, and solution. But you have noticed, right? Every time I talk about this framework, the story can be different. The type of agitating can be different. The type of transition can be different to the solution. And sometimes even right, they split up the solution and the offer, because right there's 1001 offer to solve that solution, but they just want to separate out or to let the readers know that that's the solution, and one of the ways is this product. Yep. But in this case, he combines solution and offer, which is totally fine too. Yep. And two things good about this email is first thing, story based email, right? Most people think that story based emails have to be very, very long, very very giving the audience a lot of context. but that is if for people who are not very aware about you, about your business, about your work. But if you are talking about those but you are talking to those who are more aware of you and your work, it can be short and direct for your story based emails, just like this one. Yep. And the agitating of the problem helps with the transition as well. So as I said just now, right, this second sentence help with the transition as well. So firstly, he's talking about donuts, and then he's talking about sale. Then he transitioned for sale from sale to building a new business. So it's like donut, sale, and then building a new business, because he can't just jump from donut to building a new business. He need this linkage of selling from donut and then go to the new business. So he can't just jump in, from the donut to the new business. He needs to talk about selling, which he have done it at this sentence. So sales isn't something that comes naturally to me. Understand firsthand just how intimidating it is. It can be. Yep. So he used this sentence to link them together. So I believe this paragraph has done its work well by transitioning, by giving the pre-frame that he's going to transition to the offer. Okay, so one area of improvement is substituting the bullets for another story about his friend. So maybe he can talk about a story of his friend. So for example, he can say, so first, right, he can just leave this alone by telling his story in his Boy Scout days, and then transitioning to his friend Abel about how he managed to found one of these techniques, or how he managed to overcome the fear of training. Yep. So this is the problem. Then he can talk about a story that talks about the solution, and then offer using the CTA. So he can substituting by telling the story, or he can just link the story to one of the bullets over here. So instead of having all three bullets, he can just pick one bullet, one main idea, uh, and then link from the story to one of these bullet, and then to solution. So without having so many bullets for them to read, because bullets are normally not for majority of them. Because I think that nobody reads bullets in email, in my opinion. Yep. And that's one of the techniques that I forget about it. Yeah. So yep. And okay, so yep. So I have just mentioned position one of the bullets as the main point of the email. Yep. So I totally believe that by just taking one bullet from these three bullets as the main idea, it can help the transition to the close even better in this email. So that's all for my breakdown in today's breakdown challenge. And if you would like a copy of this PDF, just click on the link down below at the in the description box below. And if you like this breakdown, give me a thumbs up, and remember to subscribe to my channel so you get notified when the next video is uploaded. See you.